Hey everybody, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. We are back at it with Grand Archive. Guess what? They have started their Premier Play Network, also referred to as probably you could take it as the Pro Tour in reference to Magic. They are pulling out all the stops in Grand Archive to make this game succeed, and it looks like it is. So before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Wow, that down button went quick. It's Grand Archive, guys. Come on. Any kind of subscription helps keep the channel sponsor free. So let's get into and look at the what they call their Premier Play schedule for the game and how it's gonna work. So this came out on May 19th. I've done a little bit of reading to try to soak up some knowledge on it. So first off here, we'll have the actual schedule itself. So Dawn of Ashes Regional Store Championships first events start July 29th. So you got a whole month to prepare, get your cards, get some play in, get some deck time. So that's pretty sweet. Dawn of Ashes is going to run from April to August 25th. So the first store championships are going to be just Dawn of Ashes. Fractured Crown comes out August 25th. I like this timing. It's after Gen Con. It'll give me time to go to Gen Con, come back home, and get my thing on before we start cracking some serious Fractured Crown boxes. And I've got plenty coming in, so look for those box opening videos. It's going to be a hoot. So, for the Regional Store Championships for Fractured Crown, that's going to first start on October 7th. And Fractured Crown looks like it's going to run to the end of January, where the next set will be released. It's called ALC. It will start sometime in January and then run to the end of April. So the minimum prize pool is going to be $50,000 once you get to Worlds, which is going to be sweet. Nationals will be March 2nd to March 30th with North America, South Asia, and Oceania. That's right, multi-continent, guys. We're talking all the way up there. They're going out full bore to try to cut into the Wizards Play Network. And I'm here to tell you, I've talked to a lot of people from around the world. This is big and it will see play. Now, with that said, um, this also goes back to, I want to point out what makes me happy to see this is we get a long stretch before product gets re-released. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months before the next set release. And then 1, 2, 3, probably 4 months, maybe 5 before that next set release. That is great. Magic's pumping out sets every 2 to 3 months. People are upset. They're overprinting it. They don't want so much product. They're just now getting off the ground. They are timing their sets. They're going easy on it, giving people time to get in and to play. This is a great alternative, especially for your pocketbook, of a game to play. Look forward later to me actually doing some play videos of how to play the game, what's important, what's not, do some tips for you guys. Those are soon to come. So anyway, let's get going here. So at the bottom here, it says here the goal that they have is to reach a steady, exciting, and progressive line of events, unlike Wizards. Anyway, we want players from all over to feel like they have something to look forward to. We hope that players from all over will come to compete, so forth and so on. The first thing to note about our Premier Play schedule is our tournaments are run during competitive seasons. Yeah, we know all about that. One important thing to keep in mind in that events, such as Ascents, are open level events and don't require an invitation to participate. Ascents also operate outside of the competitive seasons and are more sporadic in timing. So we'll talk about store championships first. So here it says one of the events featured in our competitive seasonal line is our store championships. There are small to mid-sized events meant to promote the local scene hosted by brick and mortar stores. A interesting brick and mortar store can fill out an application request to hold a store championship. Approval processes, yada yada yada. It's encouraged that store owners have locals and to encourage as many players as possible to come. Photos, yada yada yada. Store championships are a way for players to earn invites to a higher tier event and to support their local favorite shop without worrying too much about traveling far to compete. Only the victor of one of these events will receive an invitation card for the next national event in addition to special tour championship playmats. That's really cool. You can play locally if you don't do well. If you want to go to another event to try to get in, that's fine, but you have a local level to get in on. That is awesome. And it's going to help build the game and solidify brick and mortar hand in hand with the company. So here's the current season playmat. So beautiful. I just love the art in this. It says here, national invites come in the form of a playable Grand Archive card. There are 3 versions of the card, qualifying you either the North America, South Asia, or Oceania Nationals. So again, another specialized invite token that will get you in there, plus it's playable. The version that you'll get from winning a store championship depends on where you want it. In addition, from areas that are not planned nationals nearby, you will win a wild card national event instead, which allows the bearer to enter any number of places. So the first one here we have is this. We have an Orb of Glitter. Very cool looking. Love this art. These are going to be cards that are worth money, just like the promo cards, and you're not going to get very many of them, so this is a sweet way to do it and give back to the community. It says here at the bottom, we accept applications for championships. We'll start June 19th. And the first events will begin July 29th. So don't forget to get on your local stores and get the applications in. All right, so next we go to regionals. Next, our season dependent events are our regionals. These events are intended to be larger, and we encourage players to travel to these events from different locations. And the best thing about that, it reminds you of the GP, right? We used to travel to GPs. It was so fun. For our store owners, these events are also done on private application basis, yada, yada, yada. We expect 64 more players at these events. Unlike store championships, where only first place winner at a regional event, only about the top 8% of players of the event will win an invite. So the larger the event, the more chance you have to win. Smaller, it means less, so it does kind of suck. But it is cool that if you get a bigger event, you get a better chance to get in. Just by participating in one regional, you'll get one of the play mats of Dawn of Ashes for free. Here's the Dawn of Ashes play mat for a regional event. My God, is it, again, so pretty. Oh, love the art. And then down here we have, due to the scale of the events, regional tournaments are much more likely to need more judges than store championships. Our host partners will be collaborating with us to approve skilled judges, regional events, and special promotional play mats for judges. Here's the judge play mat. Again, amazing art. This makes me wonder too. Comment in the section what you think below. Would this be something that the Magic judges pick up as well in their union/ability and do both events? Maybe. Who knows? So anyway, moving on. So top 8 for the regionals, or top 8%, excuse me. We'll get an Orb of Regret. That's an amazing card right now. It's going for like $14. This will probably go for a lot more than that. Beautiful card again. Just amazing. Now, we go down here. It says here, finalists all get a promotional playmat. This is amazing. Let the regional finalists. Then you get a champion playmat. It's just beautiful. Promotional items are provided by Weebs of the Shore, of course. Additional prizes like product cash will be added by the hosting partners. So if an event has a poor payout, just remember it's not because of the game, it's because of who's hosting it. If it has a good payout, it's because of who's hosting it, not the game. So keep that in mind and give credit where credit is due. Now, it says also they're planning on announcing regionals on May 30th. Some Dawn of Ashes regionals will be hosted Fracture Crown pre-release side events. Nice. So then we'll go to nationals. So moving up the line, we'd like to introduce our national level event nationals. At the top end of the premier play line is invite only, and they're earned by players who compete and topped in either our store championships, regionals, or an accent level event. Physical invite cards may be traded or sold by their initial winners. So if you have the card, you get in. It doesn't matter if you won the card or not. You just need the card from what I'm seeing. That is cool. Upon redeeming a national physical invite card to enter an event, you will receive a CR version of that card in return. So these cards, even though they'll be worth something, you'll get a collector's edition of that card for turning it in and playing. So why would you want to sell it if you just want to go play? It's phenomenal. But the fact that you can do it is great. The releases, organized play application, yada, yada, yada. Players will also be able to earn national invites by being at the top of the ranking leaderboards. So that's also cool on the Omnidex. Nationals, there'll be about 1 month blocked out once per year in which Nationals will take place. From there, only the top players from each Nationals will be able to move to Worlds. The 3 Nationals who qualify to play first, who qualify players for the first Grand Archive Worlds will be in the North America, Asia, and Oceania. Each Nationals will have a minimum prize pool of 10,000. For now, our plans for national rewards will be revealed at a later date. Not a big deal. We got a little while to go before we get there. Then we'll talk at last about Worlds. So now at the Pika Premier Playline, Worlds level event will be the main focal point of the entire event line. The event is for players who have done the most to prove their skill in Grand Archive. Only by qualifying at nationals or national level events, players who reach Worlds have proven that they are ready and capable to compete to see who's best at Grand Archive. Only 16 players will qualify for this event. I like this. I understand Magic wants big fields of people, but at that very high level, I don't want to see 3 days of games. I want 1 day. Let's see what's hot. Let's see what's not. Let's see some great action. Call it a day, and let's go back to the board and start playing again. Worlds will typically take place after a short break from Nationals. We want Worlds to be special. It's the most anticipated event. Our goal is to create an epic level event, not just for players, but for spectators as well. So that's going to be neat to see how they do that. The Grand Archive World event will feature a minimum 50,000 prize pool in addition to a 1-of-1 prize card will be issued for the World Champion. That is phenomenal for collectors and players alike. Due to the exclusive nature of the event, there will be an accent going on at the same time with both Path of Steel and Silver. This event will be the ultimate celebration of Grand Archive. As we get closer to reaching Worlds, we will share more news on what our plans are and what some of the awards will be going forward. So for now, we'd like to ask for continued support and so forth and so on. So I like this. I like the levels, mainly because it's, you have your store championships and regionals, which will get you into a national/world area. But the best thing is they're going to go back to a time in Magic that I loved very dearly, where playing well on a normal scale consistently will grant you the ability to get into events. That is phenomenal. I like this a lot. I like how the sets are spaced out far enough that you can enjoy it for months at a time, not 2 months, and you got more money coming out. I mean, it like in Magic, for example, like they're just pumping sets out left and right, and it feels like I'm opening one set and paying for the next one. It's just so money intensive. My wallet is just screaming in pain. This is taking plenty of time to get going. It looks great, feels great, and I really like it. And I think it's a good alternative to a money sink like Magic, which is really just laying the whooping to us right now with trying to get money out of our wallets. So I also like everything that they're doing, and they're also making this quicker and faster than most people. They've done a real good job of piggybacking off what Flesh and Blood did to get their stuff going, but they're doing it at a faster rate because Flesh and Blood kind of paved that way. They're changed a few things to make theirs faster. Some people think they're going too fast, but to be honest, if you don't have a play network like this where people get rewarded for playing, the game will eventually die. We've seen that with lots of games. And that's the big thing Magic did have going for it. They still kind of have it, but they've kind of jacked it up so much that not a lot of people care anymore, except for a select few who have always been playing, and that's their biggest downfall. So, with all that said, guys, I hope you liked it. I hope it was informational for you. And remember, get your local stores, have them applications in. Let's play a new game and a great anime game. I love Grand Archive. Till next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table, maybe at a store championship.